Blah! So in the camera world, okay, what we do is when you have a mic on and a camera, you go like this. It's called a clap sync. But John, the cameraman, who has done camera work for us before, but John's gonna be doing a lot more of the filming here. Say hi, John.
What's up?
John doesn't do clap syncs. He says, blah, from behind the camera. This has nothing to do with bushcraft. What's up, guys? Dan here, Coalcracker. So now that you're like tech geniuses when it comes to audio and filming, you can thank me later for that. We're going to talk more bushcraft now, okay? So one of the main things that we do in bushcraft is we use ridgelines to hang tarps, okay? And ridgelines are generally set up with what we call a trucker's hitch. It's a little bit of a complicated knot, but when you learn the technique of how to do it, it actually is like second nature. And I actually have a really good video on that because I have a very unique way of teaching it. I'm gonna try to find that video, put the link down in the description. If it's not, you gotta look through my 1,000+ videos to find it. So sorry about that, but it is a good video. I'm sure I'll be able to track it down. But despite all of that, we're gonna show you a new way, even if you can't find a video or you struggle with the trucker's hitch, or maybe you use the trucker's hitch and you're just looking for something new. And this one is super easy. And I have to give credit to my instructor, Mike Gasper, because he's the one that showed me this one, and it's definitely a good one, okay? So we're gonna use a toggle and our Prusik knot. Let me show you what both of them things look like, and then we will get into how to actually tension down this ridgeline properly and quickly and efficiently and blah. All right, so on side one, we're still gonna do the traditional loop and feed all the line through, okay? I showed you the toggle trick not long ago in a video with this, but this is gonna be tree one. It's anchored, it's tight, and then we're gonna go this way, like, look, here we go, all the way over to tree number 2. Now this is where all the magic's gonna happen, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a toggle, okay? I took this one out of one of my kits, I drilled a little hole in it, and then I fed the paracord through the toggle itself. So it's just on like this. And then we have our Prusik knot. So here's our Prusik knot, okay? So a Prusik, if you don't know what a Prusik is, it started in the climbing community and then the rescue community. So this knot itself, okay, right here, what happens if I pull on this knot, it doesn't go anywhere, but I can slide it with my fingers, okay? So what we're gonna do now with this is we're gonna take our Prusik and we're gonna put it about 2 foot off our secondary tree, and then we're gonna take our toggle, okay? And this is the most important part of this technique. You're gonna take, and I did this on towards the end of my ridgeline on purpose so you can see. You're gonna take the cut end, so the end of your ridgeline, and go underneath, okay? That's important. If you go over the top this way, it's not gonna work as well. So we wanna come underneath, just like this, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our toggle and we're gonna go into our Prusik. So I'm gonna go from the top, I'm gonna feed it in just like this, okay? And then you're gonna see that cut end, or the end of our ridge line, is on the bottom, and you are literally done. All you have to do is tighten this thing up. So all you're gonna do now is pull. And as you pull this, what's happening is the Prusik line and our ridge line are binding up against that toggle, and you can make this thing as tight as you want. You just pull this just like this, and it just keeps tightening down this line, banjo tight, and that's what we're looking for, okay? If you're worried about high wind or real foul weather, you can always put a half hitch in here just to tighten that thing off, okay? Very easy. But you really don't even need that if you don't want it, because it tensions against itself. So you can see how the line is tensioning against the Prusik and coming out the top hole. And again, I can pull this nice and tight, creating a lot of tension there. And then if I want, I can just put that half hitch in to lock it in place. And then you are good to go. All right, so that is a great alternative to tying that trucker's hitch, and it's a fun one. And I highly suggest during this spring and summer months that are upcoming, definitely give this one a shot because I know it's going to be a great part of your arsenal. And a good thing with this too is you can add the toggle to your Ridgeline, and if you don't want to use it, just don't use it. You can still tie your Truckers Hitch as is, or you can slide the toggle elsewhere on the line and use it for a variety of other things as far as hanging clothes or hanging different items from that Ridgeline at your shelter system. All right, and that's today's video. So if you like that, hit like and subscribe. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our gear, and our blog. And until the next video, blah, and stay in the woods.